What's going on, everybody? If you can hear me and you guys can see me down below in the comments, comment the word yes. Let me know from what part of the world that you guys are tuning in from, and let me know if you're excited about today's training. Also, let me know, where did you find me from? Did you find me on Instagram, YouTube? Did you find me from a podcast? It's always interesting seeing the thousands of people that come from all around the world and that find me from all these amazing places. So quickly, before we get started with this training, guys, my number one goal is to give you guys the most info-filled, up-to-date, most action step-filled training that you guys can go take this information, implement this information, because information changes situations through implementation. So I want to make sure that we do a few house cleaning items to make sure that you get the best out of this training. First and foremost, guys, you will see a button up above on the screen that says reconnect. If you start to lag out or experience any type of technical difficulties, you can hit that button on your screen up at the top or down below that says reconnect at any time. Number two, make sure that you have something to take notes with, because note takers are money makers, and a sharp pencil is always better than a sharp mind. Number three, I need you to understand that high income is a result of high energy. How many of you guys, by a show of digital hands, by commenting the words yes down below, came here because you wanted to learn how to increase your income? If that's you, I need you to understand that high income is a result of high energy. So during the next 90 minutes, I need you guys to keep the chat active, I need you to keep the chat engaged, and I need you guys to be participating and taking notes. On top of that, we need to make sure that we keep the energy good. Somebody comment the words good energy only. Energy goes where energy flows, and if me or my team see any negativity, we will just remove you immediately. Is that understood? Awesome. Now, for those of you guys who may have been following me for a while or been interested about this business model for a long time and been wanting to get started, at the end of this presentation, there will be an amazing opportunity that I put together for you guys. For those of you who have been looking for a program and looking for a mentor to work with to get this business up and running. But without further ado, what I want to do is I want to dive right in. So if you guys have something to take notes with, you guys are ready, then I need you guys to comment the words down below, I'm ready, and we're going to go ahead and dive in. Awesome. So guys, before we get started, this is how I want you guys to start your notes off. I've come to the conclusion over the last 7 years of an entrepreneur that things that are not mandatory, that lack consequences, are seldomly ever completed. Put me on camera for a second. How many of you guys have attended a training, have attended a webinar, have went to a live event, have went to a seminar, and you did not get any results? You didn't. How many of you guys have been to more than one webinar and you've never made a dime off them? How many of you guys down below comment the words I have? Comment the words me. So the reason why is because this thing called success is not mandatory. Water is mandatory. If you don't have water, you die. Shelter is mandatory. If you don't have shelter, you die. Food is mandatory. If you don't have it, you die. Oxygen is mandatory. If you don't have it, you die. What is the consequences for you not being successful? So how you do anything is how you do everything, and I'm a firm believer of that. And it wasn't until I started to take this thing called success serious, and I started to have disciplinary action around the things that I know that I need to do that can move the needle, that the needle really got moved. So the first thing on your notes, I want you to write this down. I blank, put your name in there. Promise to myself today that I will play all out on this training and go all in for my future. Now, some of you guys are going to understand or identify that this is not what you're looking for, that maybe this isn't the best business venture for you right now. But some of you who've actively been shopping on Amazon, have been interested in e-commerce and an online business, are going to identify that this is the thing that can change the game for you. So all I ask you is to go all in or go all out, but make a decisive decision here today, because the number one identifier that I've noticed that a majority of my successful friends and my mentors all have is they are decisive. This will work or this will not work. This is for me, this will not work for me. But if you identify that this will work for you, go all in. If that makes sense and you fill this out, down below, comment the words I'm all in. Now I'm going to be breaking down, guys, you can take me off, the copy and paste proven formula to starting an online Amazon business that can generate 10K plus every single month. And this business is so amazing, guys, because you can do it during your spare time without any experience and from anywhere in the world using just a computer. Now, Amazon, along Apple, is literally $1 trillion company, and I want you to look at all these zeros. And our goal today is simple. If I can show you guys how to create a business that can generate $100,000 per year, or maybe even $1 million per year, would our time together be worth it? Talk to me in the chat. Now, absolutely, but for some of you, this may sound too good to be true. 100,000 a year, that sounds crazy. I'll be good with an extra 2,000 or 3,000 a month passive. Well, the average small business owner on Amazon is making $90,000 per year. Down below in the chat, let me know if $90,000 per year would change the game for you. Would that allow you to fire your boss? Would that allow you to upgrade your lifestyle? Would that allow you to retire your parents, possibly retire your significant other, or do more for your children? Would $90,000 a year move the needle? Talk to me, guys. Now, my bigger goal is not only to show you how to create this passive income and how to create this cash flow and to change your income, right, and your net worth. My bigger goal is to show you how to control your time. One of the wealthiest, richest, and most notariable businessmen, Warren Buffett, top 100 Forbes top billionaires list, said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And this is the quote that literally shook me into reality, and I identified that, holy crap, I have to have my money working for me without me working for it. Like, if you have to exchange time for money, you will exchange time until you have no time left. And that really hit home for me. And when you implement what I'm going to show you guys here today, guys, you're not only able to make a ton of money, but you're also able to control your time. Like Joseph, who was able to go from $0 to $15,000 in sales per month selling just one product, guys. He was able to literally fire his boss, get married, travel around the world, build a home in the Philippines with his wife, and is now an active real estate investor as well. All through the formula that I'm going to share with you today, and all because of one product. Somebody comment the words "one product away" down below. And here you can see he literally messaged me and was like, dude, I quit my job and I just crossed 6 figures in sales. Congrats to Joseph. Now guys, I got here, and I'm going to be completely honest, because I went all in. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. If you're going to play 25% in, you're going to get 25% of results. So if you've tried things in the past like courses, programs, business models, trainings, and they did not work, ask yourself, did you give it your all and did you have a consequence? And if the answer to both of those is no, that's why you got the results that you got. I went all in, and I made it an obsession to become successful because, like in the words of Grant Cardone, your obsessions become your possessions. So here you can see one of my years we did over 1.7 million in sales, and one of my best months was over $500,000. So this stuff works, and I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. But to me, more importantly than being able to make this money, guys, was being able to travel to nearly 40 countries whenever I want, with whomever I want, while generating this income. Here you can see I'm in oceanfront. This is the Indian Ocean, and this is in Maldives, and my business was generating 6 figures. And on top of that, guys, I was able to spend time with my family. See, when I was having to work to provide for my family, I had no time with my family. Now I'm making exponentially more money. I'm able to travel and enjoy life, but spend more time with my family. How many of you guys, your why is to spend more time with your family, your kids, your parents, your significant other? Because for me, that was the true wealth. And I'm able to do this, and so many of our students who come through this training are able to do this by selling private label products on Amazon using this proprietary formula I'm going to break down today. So what is Amazon FBA and how does this work? FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, and this is the magical process on how we can run this business 24/7, 365 without touching products, without having employees, without having any technical experience, and literally doing this at our leisure from anywhere in the world with just a computer. And all we do is we find one product, not tons of products, not hundreds of products, not these new up-and-coming trending products, but products that are going to sell every single day, that have been selling for every single day for many, many years. We're going to send them directly to Amazon without touching any of them. Amazon's going to store them, pick them, pack them, ship them, and even handle customer returns. Now, I know you guys see a ton of different business models out there. Why is private labeling on Amazon the best right now? One of them being minimal upfront capital. You can see Kevin got his product up and running with a small budget, and within a few weeks got to the first page and started cash flowing. Now, how many of you guys are like, dude, I've been wanting to do this, but I'm going to be honest, right now, like, my money's a little funny. Like right now, I'm trying to build up some capital so I can get started. If that's you, at the end of the presentation, I'm going to show you how you can get started in this business with no money out of pocket. Somebody comment the words OPM if you're interested in learning how you can start a potential 6 or 7 figure business with $0 out of your pocket. Anybody? I'm going to teach you guys that at the end of the training, so you want to make sure that you don't go anywhere if that's you. Number 2 is going to be flexibility, guys. You can do this business and work on this business during any hours. You can set your hours, you can set your days. It can be anywhere in the world as long as you have a computer, internet connection, and that is literally all that you need. And lastly is recession proof. Something that's huge to me and very important is having a business that is not affected by the economy. During the pandemic, during the recession, right now with inflation and a recession amongst us, Amazon is literally thriving, and this business is not affected by anything that goes on in the economy. In fact, during the pandemic, Amazon sales shot up like absolute crazy, right? So the beautiful thing is this is a business that's not dependent on the recession and depression or any pandemic. This is a business that's going to generate income 24/7, 365. Now, Amazon is the best place to sell on, period, and here's why. In a recent letter to shareholders, Jeff Bezos, the CEO and founder, said that third-party sales have grown from 3% to 58%. So many people ask me, Josh, is Amazon dead? Is Amazon saturated? Is Amazon dying out? Is it a trend? Is it a fad? So on and so forth. And the answer is no. Like, Amazon has continued to grow year after year after year after year. And what do you think that means for sellers? That means their businesses are growing as well. And Jeff Bezos goes on to say that the reason why, like at the beginning of the presentation, we talked about sellers, new sellers, beginners making $90,000 per year on average, is because it offers the very best selling tools that we could ever imagine. They're literally investing millions upon millions of dollars to make selling on Amazon easy and to offer everything under one roof. So you don't need to go out and run Facebook ads and Google ads and build websites and do email and all this other stuff, because they're literally spending money to give you all of these resources, and they're spending money to bring clients to the platform who are ready to buy your product. Does that make sense? Now, but is selling on Amazon saturated? Is all of the gold mined? Is the well dry? Here you can see that over 300 million active customer accounts are on Amazon, and only 1.9 million are selling worldwide. Now, if you look at this on a chart, saturation is impossible. Mathematically, Amazon being dead for new private label sellers is false. It is a myth, because there is 300 million consumers and only 1.9 million producers or sellers. So there's nowhere in the same stratosphere quantifiably are they anywhere near one another. So what does that mean? There's 157x more customers than sellers, and Amazon drastically needs more people like me and you to come onto the platform. Now, Amazon keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Let me ask you, because I can show you receipts, and somebody comment the words receipts down below if you like receipts, because during this presentation, you're going to see nothing but receipts and proof, because I'm in Texas, which is the show me state. So down below, I want you to participate in this poll and let me know, have you bought something on Amazon? And we're going to leave this up for about 60 seconds. Everybody go ahead and participate. Have you bought something off of Amazon? Have you bought something off of Amazon? And the answer is absolutely yes, right? 74%, that's nearly 2/3 of the US is shopping on Amazon. There's over 200 million active Prime memberships, which is more than 2/3 of American homes, and 51% of the globe is actively shopping on Amazon. Amazon's daily sales are just over $410 million. That's 17 million per hour, 283,000 per minute. All you need is to tap into a tiny fraction of this business opportunity to create an online income, an online business that can flourish and generate income 24/7, 365, that can change your life. I know this because it's changed my life, and it's changed thousands of clients' lives who came through and implemented this proven formula. And I've turned it into a formula that anybody can follow, called the AMZ formula. And this is my 5-step proprietary system that took me nearly 2/3 of a decade to learn. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Josh, you're amazing, and I'm not blank. Insert self-limiting belief. And I want you to actually write down what is your self-limiting belief so that we can overcome the thing that is holding you back from growth, the thing that is holding you back from a new income, the thing that is holding you back from a new life, right? Because first you have to believe and then you can conceive, right? And I need you to understand that words create worlds. You can say words in your mind, or you can say words out loud, but words create worlds. I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I failed at everything I've tried. The last 3 programs I bought, I failed. this is too dead, this is too saturated, I'm not good enough, my computer's too slow, I'm too old, I'm a single parent. If you have an excuse, that excuse is holding you back from what it is that you want out of life. So I want you to write this down right now, and we're going to overcome this. Is that cool? Let me know when you write that down, and we're going to keep moving. All right, great. So before I discovered this, guys, I was just like you. I want you to understand that I'm not special. I did not get lucky. I was a felon at the age of 18, high school dropout, working at a temp agency for minimum wage, no credit, no computer, no one in my family owned a house, no millionaires, no business owners in my family, no tech or marketing experience, and me and my wife were living paycheck to paycheck. So I didn't have any competitive advantage. Like, I am just a normal person who was dealt a bad hand like so many of you guys. And I need you to understand that your current situation will not be your final destination unless you allow it to be. How many of you guys have dreamed of more? Because that was me. And my why, which was my family, gave me the willpower to go all in. If you guys are sick and tired of playing small and being stuck where you are and you're ready to go all in, comment the words "go all in" down below. Now today, guys, I'm a multiple seven-figure Amazon seller, active real estate investor, world traveler, and mentor to thousands of successful students in 100+ countries that have followed my proven framework, and I've been able to give my family the type of life that I always dreamt of giving them. Now, you may be asking yourself, why am I teaching you this? Josh, why are you here Sunday teaching this to us live instead of hanging out with your family and playing Call of Duty, right? Well, for me, it's about impact over income. Right? It comes to a certain point where you have enough money and you identify that money does not fulfill you anymore. You have to have some type of fulfilling cause or activity that gives you meaning. You can have a bunch of piles of money, but it's not going to change how you feel inside. And I remember when I was struggling and I was broke and I was praying for a way, like, I remember how that felt. So my goal, my number one goal right now is to help others with the business model that changed me and my family's life and allowed us to retire early, retire my mom, retire my wife, and literally live the life of my dreams. Now, to get this off the table, there's tons of these gurus around, and you can take me on the screen for a minute. There's tons of these gurus around. You're going to see a lot of these on the internet, right? You're going to see a lot of these on the internet. But the most important thing that you need to understand is, where did these come from? If you've never heard of anybody or seen anybody online and they pop up with these, this came from courses and this came from selling courses, right? I want you to be able to do your due diligence on me. Here you can see a screenshot from YouTube. In 2017, I was in my 50,000 square foot warehouse and shipping out millions of dollars worth of inventory. If you look at the screenshot, in 2018, I had a multi-seven-figure Amazon business. I didn't have an Instagram account or a YouTube account to after I was already a multi-millionaire. I had 50+ apartments, and I already had a multi-seven, nearly 8-figure Amazon brand before I became an influencer. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this for nearly a decade, 2/3 of a decade, and I have documentation, right? So you can literally scroll back on YouTube. You can see all of my stuff. You can see what I was doing. We have the largest channel in the world. If you go to YouTube Joshua Crisp, nobody in the private label Amazon space has more videos than us, has a longer track record than us. So I just want to get that off the table, because if you're wondering who should I learn from and what's the difference, there's a lot of good marketers out there selling information because it's lucrative, right? So with that off the table, let's keep rolling. Can somebody comment the words receipts? Because I'm going to keep it very straight up on this presentation, guys. Awesome. Let's keep going. So on this web class, guys, I'm going to be breaking down how to do leveraged research, rapid sourcing, how to do my proprietary micro launch system, how to skyrocket and scale your business, and the pendulum. And you do not want to go anywhere, because the pendulum is the secret to being successful at anything and everything. How many of you guys want to know one simple framework that can allow you to never fail at anything? Comment the words "I do." And at the end of the presentation, I'm going to give it to you. So if you guys have your pencils ready, your pens ready, and you're ready to take notes, because note takers are money makers, somebody comment the words "let's go," and we're going to dive in. Step number one is leveraged research. Now, the importance is you need to be able to find this product quickly so you can test it quickly. There's one secret sauce to this, one secret component to this, and it's success loves speed. Now, the old way is spend thousands of dollars in inventory and months waiting for this product to arrive, and there's 3 common mistakes. People fall victim to analysis paralysis, and they're not decisive. I want you to write this down, and I want you to believe this. Successful people are decisive. Number 2, people get emotionally attached. We're not launching brands that you want to launch unless you're Kylie Jenner. Do not launch a beauty brand. If you're not Kylie Jenner or you're not a huge influencer with a huge brand, if you launch a beauty brand, you're going to make no money. You need to go and you need to find products that are selling 24/7, 365, and let data be the decision maker, not emotion. Number 3, people spend way too much money and time testing the viability of the product. Success loves speed. We want to find a product, take action quickly, and test it with the least amount of units and the least amount of capital to prove that it's going to work, and then we scale it. Pretty simple, right? Now, what should you guys do instead? Find 1 to 3 products, order a small amount of them, get them to the marketplace quickly instead of going all in on one product and forcing it. Now, this is why it's genius. Literally, if you go all in on one product and that product fails, more than likely you're going to give up. But if you launch 3 products and you put into the 3 products what you would into the 1 product and 2 fail, but 1 make it, guess what? That 1 product is going to surpass any loss that you have on the other 2 products, and you're going to be able to scale that. But I'm going to show you how to launch and test products without losing a dime or minimizing your risk. How many of you guys want that? Say down below, I do. Now, this is how it works, guys. Step number 1, understand the winning product criteria. Step number 2, leverage special tools to spy on competitors. This is the winning product criteria. High demand, low competition, not seasonal, and not trending. We use a free tool called Google Trends to see all 4 of these, right? Next, we want to make sure that it can be private labeled. It's not electronic and not patented. We can use Google Patents to check patents for free. We want to make sure that it's standard size, which means it's not a team lift, it's not over 50 pounds, etc. And we want to make sure that we're focusing on 30% profit margins. If we sell a product for $20, we want to profit $6. If we can be at 33% profit margins, every 3 products we sell, we double our money. Does that make sense? Now, the tool that you're going to need in order to find this is Jungle Scout. Now, there are different tools like Helium 10 and so on and so forth. Jungle Scout is the oldest. It's been around the longest. It's the most user-friendly, easy to use. It's not complex, and these are all my personal opinions, of course. These guys have been awesome enough to give you guys a discount on this tool. If you guys are serious about finding a product, you have to have a tool. This isn't me trying to sell you a software. You will not find a product if you don't have this tool because there's too many products. There's tens of millions of products, and there's hundreds of thousands of data points. So we'll drop this down below in the chat. I want you guys to write this down, www.discountonjunglescout.com, and you definitely want to get this so you can start doing product research. Now, if you guys have Jungle Scout, I'm going to show you the filters to apply to find a winning product, and I've went ahead and found a few winning products that I'm going to give you examples of right now. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the clock in the top right-hand corner? You're going to see this clock throughout the presentation. Whenever you do, I want you to start timing this process when I say the word start, because my number 1 goal is to show you how to start this business, but I want to make success simple. For those of you that are concerned that this would be too difficult, too hard, too time-consuming, I want to show you that all of those are false and that this is simple, it can be done quick, and it can be done efficiently. So if you have your timers out, go ahead and hit start. We're going to go ahead and select these categories. These are the ones I've pre-selected for you. We're going to click on standard size product, and then under the filters, we're going to focus on 3. Price point 15 to 50, minimum reviews, you can leave that, max reviews 99, and LQS, which is listing quality score 50. Done. Right? Under 1 minute, and we already have our first set of search criteria to find these products. Now, here you can see that using that search criteria, we found 3 products that meet our criteria for making $10,000 profit per month, and I will prove it to you. Somebody comment the words receipts down below. Here you can see one product that has 17 reviews, literally has 1,000 sales per month. Now, let's do the math. If we're selling 1,000 units per month and the product is selling for $30, what's 30% of $30? $9, right? Somebody take 1,000 and multiply it by 9 and tell me what is that down below. 1,000 and divide it by 9, or excuse me, 1,000 and multiply it by 9, what is that number? 1,000 times 9. That's 9,000, right? So that's $9,000 net profit per month. Now, if we multiply that by 12 for 12 months in the year, I need you guys to pin discount on Jungle Scout because they're asking, what is the link? What is the link? If you take 1,000 times 9, that's $9,000 net profit per month, and then you times that by 12 for 12 months in a year, how much are they generating per year? 9,000 times 12. Upload the chat, please. 9,000 a month, absolutely. 108K. How many of you guys, 9,000 a month cash flow, $108,000 a year, cash flow would change the game for you? Not just a little bit, but a lot. How many of you guys, 108 grand with one product would be a game changer? Any of you guys? Guys, are you starting to see where this one product away thing is starting to come from? How many of you guys now, like, your number one concern, take me big for a second, how many of you guys, your number one was concerned down below, finding a product? You came here because you wanted to find one product. You came here because you wanted to learn how to do product research. How many of you guys have now discovered that finding products are much easier and not as complex as you guys thought? Anybody? How many of you guys, 9K a month, 108K a year would change the game for you? Remember at the beginning of the presentation, the average business owner is making $90,000 a year. This is one product. Many of you guys have never purchased a beach tent, a youth beach tent. But guess what? Enough people are doing this. Enough people are buying this to the point where somebody with 17 reviews can make 9 grand profit a month. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Down below, comment the words, I'm getting it. All right, take me down. Let's keep moving. Somebody say more if you're ready to keep moving. Here you can see that this product has high demand and low competition. Once we find a product that has high demand and low competition that's generating our target monthly revenue, we want to step into rapid sourcing. The old way, guys, is taking a ton of time going back and forth, messaging suppliers, spending thousands of dollars on development and waiting on samples and all of this other stuff. The quickest way is to get the products to Amazon as quickly as possible, and what you want to do is have the supplier do everything for you. There's a few steps to this. Find the supplier, have a proper outreach template, focus on low minimum order quantity, shipping your product sample via air so you can get it in 5 days or less, and getting your first test batch order to Amazon as quickly as possible. When done the right way, following my proven system, you can get results quickly, just like Kevin, who was able to be up and running in less than 2 weeks without touching advertising. And here's how. Once you find the product, you go to Alibaba, you type in the product, and you want to follow this list of qualities so you can find the right supplier. We want to look for gold rating. How many 5 stars do they have? You want to look at the established track record. How long have they been in business? How many employees do they have? What is their gross annual revenue? We want to focus on communication. How is their communication? When you reach out to them, does it take a long time? Can you understand them? Number 4, they are not always the cheapest. Do not make the same mistake that I made by trying to focus on the cheapest price. I want you to write on your notes, the cheapest is never the best and the best is not the cheapest. So many people say, Josh, why is it so expensive to work with you? Because I am the best. Follow the simple acronym, WWAD. What would Apple do? Why is an Apple computer $3,000 when a Dell is $299? When a Chromebook is $299? Because Apple is the best. Apple's $1 trillion company. So instead of trying to beat your supplier to death on the front end, ask them, how can you make me the best product so I can offer it at the highest price, the highest margin, and offer the highest value to my customers. And 5th, last but not least, you want to focus on a manufacturer, not a trading company. A trading company is going to be a broker or a middleman. Pro tip, categorize on Alibaba's filters to meet all of this criteria. Now, like I said, our number one goal is to help you guys save time and make more money. Everybody in the AMZ formula who joins the AMZ formula gets access to our vault of resources, like our proven dialed in templates that are copy and paste. So we actually have templates that we give all of our clients. If you're going to do this on your own, you want to make sure that you're finding ways to automate and delegate throughout this process. You want to create a template and copy paste this template. You don't want to make the mistake that I made going back and forth, having hundreds of conversations at 2 o'clock in the morning with suppliers, right? I want you guys to understand that there's only 2 ways that you can learn anything new in the world. You can learn through your own mistakes, or you can learn from the mistakes of others. When you learn from the mistakes of others, you will save money and save time every single time. Those who try to learn on their own to save money actually lose twice, because they lose more money and they lose more time. Now, here's where things get interesting, guys. Every 2 weeks via ACH, Amazon is going to pay us directly to our account. What does this mean? It does not matter if you live anywhere in the world. I recommend setting up an Amazon US account. It is the largest account in the world with the most amount of users. And what we do for people in the AMZ formula who join our programs is, if you live outside of the country, we set you up with a third party that helps you create a virtual address, a U.S. bank account, and walk you through personally setting up a U.S. Amazon account. If you guys are in the U.S., then rest assured you're literally just going to go through the setup process at sellercentral.com/become a seller. You're going to fill out your information and boom. Once you get your first sale, every 2 weeks, Amazon's going to send you an ACH directly to your bank. They're going to handle currency conversions and fees. Now, we found a product, we found a manufacturer. Now it's time to test this product. And there's 2 simple steps we want to follow. Number 1, the rapid listing creation. Number 2 is the viability testing. The old way is spending tons of money and tons of time getting the copywriter to have a perfect listing and a photographer to get perfect photos, not even knowing if the product will work. The new way is to get your suppliers to provide the images for free, hire someone on a Upwork or Fiverr or a freelance website to create these very quickly and very inexpensively, and you want to make sure that you're optimizing your listing. You don't have to optimize your listing by having a copywriter or having a photographer. I'm going to show you exactly how in just a second. So here you can see many suppliers have images. All you have to do is ask. You can then go to Fiverr or Upwork, or if you're a member of the AMZ Formula and you join our program, we actually give you a list of our pre-vetted, approved freelancers that can do all of this for you. Now, this is what most people are doing, and this is what is working. So screenshot this so you can compare the differences. On the left, we have a listing that is crushing it, a product that's crushing it. On the right, we have a product that is flopping. 4 key things I want you to look at. The image is high quality, and it also showcases benefits and features. We down below that have variations. Variations can be colors, sizes, quantities, or bundles, and then the price. Never end your price in a 9, end it in any other numerical value other than 9. And under features and details, you want to be specific, you want to be persuasive, but you also want to have any technical details that you can include. Does that make sense? All right, let's keep moving. Now, launching your product the old way, giving away hundreds of products at a steep discount, using Facebook ads, coupons, launch services, and all this extra crap, when you could literally just do it the new way, which is the effective way and the way that Amazon wants you to do it, which is simply using the powerful, effective, easy-to-use tools that Amazon offers. Here you can see that Amazon now dominates Google in product search. That means people are no longer going to Google to buy. When people go to Amazon, they are ready to buy. How many of you guys go to Amazon because you're bored, you have nothing else to do? No one. How many of you guys go to Amazon because you know you want to buy something and you're ready to buy something at a good price, great value, and get it to your doorsteps in 2 days or less? Say me? Absolutely. So if you are asking yourself, well, I've been wanting to do this and the product research makes sense, but what if I launch a product and Amazon steals my product? Or how am I supposed to compete with Amazon because they sell products too? Or how am I going to compete with these large brands and these Fortune 500 companies that are also on Amazon? Anybody have those questions? I'm going to show you how you can destroy them, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. Amazon doesn't care about being the biggest on Amazon. And these large brands didn't become large brands from Amazon, and a lot of large brands are neglecting the power of Amazon. 100% truth. Here you can see 2 new brands with low reviews that are kicking the other guys' butts because they are paying Amazon to put them in front of everybody, if you see the word sponsored. And how many of you guys would like to know how you can invest $1,600 to potentially make $14,000 like we did, or $2,800 to $12,000? How many of you guys right now would give me $2,800 in order to make $12,000? Anyone? What about $558 to make $3,300? Or what about, for you big hitters in here, $93,000 for a $304,000 return? Anybody? These are good returns, right? Especially when you're not doing anything. This is the power of advertising, and this is what Jeff Bezos was talking about earlier in his letter to shareholders. And here you can see a few more campaigns where we turned $2,900 into $43,000, $6,400 into $65,000, $3,700 into $5,600. Any of you guys want those? Are those good investments? How many of you guys understand to make money you have to make an investment? That ROI, or return on investment, comes from you making an investment. Guys, this is why Amazon's so powerful. You don't need to go off of platform. You can be on platform and absolutely crush it. Now, you guys know what to do. Somebody let me know when you have your timer ready, and we're actually going to create our first campaign together. Would that be helpful? All right, so go ahead and start, guys. We're going to name the campaign. We're going to choose the product in the portfolio. We're going to choose the start date today, the end date, no end date. Number 4, we're going to choose the daily budget, 20 to 200 a day. Number 5, auto targeting. Number 6, hit the word start. How long did that take, guys? 15 seconds, 30 seconds? Under 1 minute. And now you have your auto campaign, and Amazon is literally going to go out and put your product in front of people who are coming to Amazon ready to buy your product. Does anybody see how powerful that is? Comment the words "that's powerful" down below if you pick that up. Let's keep moving. So we went over how to find a product that can make us $3,000 to $10,000 a month. We went over the qualities of a good supplier, how to find a supplier and have them do everything for us. We went over how to test a product and how to literally test a product quickly and minimize our risk while maximizing our reward. We also are going to go over how to skyrocket and scale your business. Once we're starting to make cash flow, how do we pour rocket fuel on this business? Now, before we move on, some of you guys, the crippling psychological factor that is holding you guys back from success right now is the fear of failure. Well, what if I try and it fails? I've tried this before and it failed. What if I start and I lose my money? What if you do nothing and you live a horrible life the rest of your life? Like, let's talk about that. How many of you guys know your life sucks? Well, I'm going to be very blunt. If you do nothing, your life will continue to suck. So instead of complaining and worrying about what if I try something new and I lose my money, you should start asking yourself, what if I do nothing and I waste my life? Because you only get one of these, right? So stop thinking like that, because it's going to hold you back. Like, the difference between those who are in the position that you want to be and those who are not are taking action and having zero remorse. Like, that's it. You cannot get in your head about this thing called success. And what I want you guys to do is, if you make failure impossible, guess what happens? You can only win. So if you look at the first two letters in impossible, it's I'm, and after that it's possible. So instead of looking at things that are impossible, say I'm possible. This is possible. This can be done. I can't wait till it's done. I can't wait to see the results. The best case scenario, guys, is if you follow this framework, every product you launch does very, very well. If not, dude, a losing product does not mean your product sells nothing and you lose all of your money and you look like a fool. A losing product means the product is not earning enough money, and you liquidate it at a profit, a 30% profit margin, and you go on to the next product. Does that make sense? Now, most likely, guys, every product you launch is going to be profitable if you follow the proven formula. Now, how do we achieve massive scale? There's a few things we want to do. We want to reorder more of your winner, and we want to negotiate lower rates so we can have higher margins. We want to use influencer marketing, daily deals, lightning deals, giveaways, and press and blogs. Now, giveaways, lightning deals, and daily deals are all done within Amazon. Influencer marketing and press and blogs are the only things that are going to be exterior marketing, right? And it's completely optional, but for those of you that really want to scale to 7 and 8 figures, this is going to help you, right? And you can use Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and blogs. And this is the secret sauce that I did to have my best month, which was $501,000. I profited about $180,000 net profit this 1 month. So when it comes to influencer marketing, guys, if you're launching a fitness-based product, you're going to go to any of these platforms, you're going to use the search tool, and you're going to use hashtags to find these different sub-markets, right? So I would type in hashtag fitness life, and I would scroll through and try to find these influencers. These are people who have influence and authority in a niche, and I'm looking for micro-influencers, around 10,000 followers to 300,000 followers. I'm not going to go message Kylie Jenner, right? Because they're not going to respond, and if they respond, they're going to say $1 million, and none of us have that budget, right? So we want to use these micro-influencers. We then want to say, hey, we want to reach out to them in email, text, and DM, whatever methods of communication they offer on their page. And we want to say, hey, my name's Josh. I'm owner of this brand on Amazon. I'm doing a huge launch. I would love to promote my product to your audience at a discount. If you're down, let me know how soon and how much so I can get you paid. Simple, right? You're going to copy that. You're going to paste that to all of the influencers. Now, we're typically seeing a 15 to 20% response rate. If you message 100 people, maybe 15 to 20 are going to get back to you. So don't give up after messaging 8 people and getting 0 responses. Did you guys get that? All right, let's keep moving. So next, you can see Daily Deals is on Amazon's homepage, and we're literally paying Amazon to put our product on the homepage. And here you can see we spent $2,900 to literally 10x this, or 20x this actually, 15x this. This is so much like profit, I don't even know the math on this, but we made a buttload of money by hitting a few buttons. I can tell you that, right? Next is going to be lightning deals. Here we did a 10x return on this, and you can see the name of this campaign was Spike Algorithm Test. This was a test that made me about $50,000 profit. And again, I hit a few buttons. And let me show you how powerful lightning deals is. Here you can see this is a campaign that we ran, and we literally said, Amazon, promote this product, sell this amount of units at this low of a price, start, done. 4 buttons, less than 60 seconds. This campaign is up and running. Now, the reason why this is so powerful is because if we have a product that is selling $100,000 a month, for example, and it's selling 134 units per day, in order to match this amount of sales volume, we just have to match this amount of sales. And the way the ranking process works in Amazon is if you can surpass their daily sales for several consistent days, you take their slot, and then guess what? The revenue follows. So I told Amazon with just lightning deals, I want to sell 101 units in one day. Right? And here you can see we sold 101 units in one day. Excuse me. I said, Amazon, I want to sell 125 units. We didn't sell 125 units, but we sold 101 units. This is just using lightning deals. We still have organic sales. We still have influencer marketing. We still have giveaways. We still have auto campaigns. We still have PPC. We have all these other marketing strategies to just sell an additional 34 units in that day. How many of you guys think we sold over 135 units that day? Is it okay if we make success simple? Let's keep moving. Next is giveaways. And I just want to walk through these campaigns with you guys live because there's this huge misconception that this is hard. And I'm telling you right now, I am not smart. I still don't have a diploma. I don't have a degree. I can't run my own Facebook ads. How many of you guys seen me on a YouTube ad or a Facebook ad for this webinar? Guess what? I didn't run it. It's too hard. But when it comes to Amazon, I run the ads because it's simple. Right? And that's why it's so easy to be successful. And that's why Jeff Bezos and Amazon is pouring millions of dollars into the platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose a lucky number. We're going to choose the product we want to advertise. We're going to choose the amount of steps to enter. We're going to hit start. 4 steps, less than 60 seconds, done. Now we have a giveaway that's TOS compliant within Amazon up and running. So we went over again to recap how to find a product that can generate 3 to 10K per month, how to find a product and how to find a supplier that's going to do everything for us, get it directly to Amazon without us touching a single product. We went over how to micro launch this product, how to limit our risk and maximize our reward. This is how you can literally test products with essentially not losing anything or losing very little amount of money on your launch. We went over skyrocket and scale. Once you get proof of concept, you can then reorder inventory and start using all this amazing marketing that's super simple to do to pour rocket fuel on the flame. And now we want to go over the pendulum. And you may be asking, well, Josh, like the pendulum, why are you talking about mindset? What does it have to do with selling on Amazon? It has everything to do with selling on Amazon. We went over all of the mechanics. Now we need to go over the mindset. And I need you guys to understand this is no fluff, no BS, and this is 100% what I believe. And I believe that mindset over skill set. Mindset is more important than skill set because guess what? When people buy programs and they join our programs and they join different seminars and so on and so forth, the information is there, but what's not there is the execution. So too many people become addicted to information and allergic to execution, and that's why things don't work, because if you take action and you do the work, things will work. Now, what made me successful? Because if I tell you what made me successful, you can then replicate success. The easiest way to become successful is to identify what you need to do from someone who's already done it and just mimic that stuff. I finally understood that mentality was equally as important as mechanics. After trying everything out there, I realized I was turning my gears, I was getting nowhere. I finally focused on one thing and I went all in. I finally found the right people to learn from. I stopped being stingy, I stopped being ignorant, and I actually invested in myself. I held myself back so many times, and I need you to understand that the enemy is in the inner me, and if it's meant to be, it's up to me. That means you are the only person that will make yourself successful or keep yourself broke at the end of the day. What also made me successful is I didn't reinvent the wheel. I stopped trying to innovate, and what I just did is I recreated. I found a system that worked, and I followed it to a T. Like, pro tip, find the best and run their play. It's literally that simple, but so many people self-sabotage their success. Next, eliminate the guesswork. Use proven methods that contain virtually no risk. Why spend unnecessary time and money if hard work has already been done for you? What also made me successful? I found a community of like-minded people. I found others that were ambitious, hungry, that were in the trenches, that were willing to put in the work, that weren't going to take no for an answer, and I surrounded myself around them. Now, guys, I want you to think about this, and what is your goal? On the piece of paper in front of you, you should have your target revenue. With your new Amazon business, what is your target revenue per month? And I want to ask you, how would it feel making that, working from anywhere in the world at your leisure, like using just a computer? Would that change your life? And how many of you guys would like to know how you can structure your Amazon business to replace your income right now or to replace your living expenses. I call this the freedom formula. So on your notes, write down freedom formula. And this is a simple formula, and I'm going to use whole numbers to make this simple. But let's say that your living expenses, your necessary living expenses, we're talking about your mortgage or your rent, we're talking about your car note or your car lease, your insurance, your food, stuff for your kids, etc. Let's say that's $3,000 a month. What we need to do is find one product selling 10 units per day at $10 profit. That's $3,000 net profit per month. Now, if we follow the framework, we then find another product, and now our living expenses are paid for, and we're profiting $3,000 a month. We do that again, our living expenses are paid for, and we're profiting $6,000 a month. Like, this is how you make success simple, and it's through multiplication. Is anybody picking that up? Is that powerful? All right, screenshot this formula, and this is how, when you do product research, your first product's goal should be to surpass your income or to surpass your living expenses. And when you do this, guys, and you follow this framework, you guys can literally crush it like so many of our amazing clients, just like Amber, a single mother working 2 jobs just to get by, who was literally able to go from $0 to $10,000 plus per month with only one product. Paul was able to get to $40,000 in 30 days and is selling 70 plus units a day. Omar was able to launch his first product and get to $10,000 in 2 weeks. Devin and his wife was able to get started and get to $4,300 and some change, which is around $1,300 profit their first month. Sam was able to scale his business to 100K and just joined the 7-figure club. Lewis was able to launch his first product and sell 134 units in 1 day. He said that his investment in the AMZ formula was paid for 2 days after launching. Guys, we're talking about 10 units a day to surpass your income, 10 units a day to fire your boss, 10 units a day to live for free. Here goes Lewis, who started in a pandemic with his last and sold 134 units in 1 day. I need somebody down below to comment the words, "I'm doing this." Or Jonathan, who was already at 7 figures, who was able to implement a few strategies and pour rocket fuel on his business. And he was able to say, yes, you can learn a lot for free on YouTube, but not nearly as much as working with an expert. And literally hundreds of more, guys. How many of you guys have been saying receipts through this entire presentation? Because we have receipts. Literally hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of clients all around the world who have taken the leap of faith to work with us, who are absolutely crushing it. So, guys, the only question I have left for you guys is how many of you guys are ready to eliminate the fear of unknown and commit to working on a future you want? Comment the words yes. And I need you to understand that change happens by choice, never by chance. If you want to change your life, you have to change your mindset. You have to change what you're doing. If you're not where you want to be and you continue to do the same things, you're going to stay in the same place. It doesn't matter what you failed in the past. It's about what you're doing right now, what you're going to do in the future. So the choice is simple, to take what I've shown you in our short time together and to go at it alone, or to work directly with me and our world-class team to make sure that you crush it with your very first product and every future product. And we can skip this amazing exclusive opportunity to work with me and my team and do Q&A, or I can share with you guys in the next 5 minutes how you can work with us, but I need 25 people who are serious and not curious. There's hundreds in the room right now, and we don't have room to work with hundreds of people. Our training is live, immersive, interactive, and one-on-one to start, and it starts tomorrow live with our coaches. So that's completely up to you guys. If you guys want to skip the Q&A, we skip the Q&A. If you guys want to learn, if you guys are serious and not curious and want to learn how you can work with me and my team, I need 25 people to say, I'm ready, and I'll break the offer down in the next 5 minutes. But if not, we'll just, we'll do Q&A, because this is not a sales pitch. I could care less if you guys join our program. This is about helping you guys get to the next level. All right, cool. So what I want to do is introduce to you guys the AMZ formula. All right, guys, so this is compiled of 12 training modules, guys, and it's updated every single year with the most up-to-date, accurate, highest quality training, and we actually have the program 100% translated into Spanish as well. Now, we're covering everything from starting up your account, how to start with little to no money, how to find proven products, how to scale your products, how to find a supplier, how to list and package your products, how to optimize and scale your products and your business with marketing and with advertising, how to build a brand that you can grow and one day scale for a high multiple, and literally starting tomorrow, you're getting access to live action accountability coaching calls over the next 5 days, where we're going to literally be holding your hand and making sure that you get started and you get momentum in your first week. But as a bonus for being here, I have a few bonuses that I want to give you for being here. One of them being my Instagram course. Now, you cannot get this anywhere on the planet. And this is showing you how I got verified, how I've generated 8 figures from Instagram, how I've grown hundreds of thousands of followers, and this is a cheat code. This is a $2,000 value. I'm also going to give you guys access to my credit formula, which is showing you how to get exotic vehicles, how to get into real estate, how to buy properties with no money out of pocket, how to scale your branding in your business with business credit, how to fix your credit, establish credit, set your kids up for credit, literally everything I know about credit. And I literally have nearly an 800 score, millions of dollars worth of real estate. I have an exotic vehicle, so I know a thing or two about credit. And again, you cannot buy this program anywhere. This is a $2,000 value. Most credit gurus are selling their programs for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. This is also my gift to you for those of you who joined today. And again, this is the exact same system that all of our successful clients around the world who first have went through this training that you guys are on right now and then took action and implemented have used. So the proof is in the pudding, and we have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of receipts to prove this. Now, guys, you've seen my success. You've seen our students' success. I'm not saying that you're going to be that successful, but looking over my shoulders inside of the program, having live, interactive, immersive, intimate coaching, and having access to all the resources, all the done-for-you templates, my entire team, all the chat rooms, is it safe to say that you could have a fraction of our success? Now, if you're amped up, if you're excited and you're ready to take action, but you're asking yourself, is this for me? This is who this has worked for. People that know absolutely nothing about Amazon, people who are from all around the world at any age with any level of education, people with little to no technology or online business experience, people while working at another job full-time or who just want to do this as a side business, and people who are current Amazon sellers who are doing okay but want to explode their sales. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, usually it's a minimum of $15,000 to work with me and my team personally, and people are on a waiting list to wire their funds. However, since you're here with me today on Sunday on this live training, I want to offer my DAMZ Formula Bundle for a one-time low payment of $19.97. You guys can also get started for a 3-pay of just $8.97. For those of you guys that said, well, Josh, you said you promised you're going to show me how to start with $0 out of pocket. I am a man of my word. We've partnered with PayPal, which is the largest processor in the world next to Stripe, and they have agreed to give a select few access to lending at 0% interest for 6 months. So all you need to do is go to jointaf.com, fill out your information, go to step number 2, choose PayPal credit, fill out your information, and you do not need a PayPal account. You can get started with $0 out of pocket, 6 months, 0% interest. This can improve your credit. It takes only 60 seconds to get through, and you can get approved instantly. If you're approved instantly, you get access to the funds instantly. And guess what? You can use it over and over and over and over again. And this is the power of OPM. But as mentioned and as promised, I have more bonuses to give you guys. I want to give you guys access to these fill-in-the-blank templates. These are done-for-you resources that are going to save you an exponential amount of time and increase the amount of revenue that you're able to make. I also want to give you access to hundreds of pre-vetted suppliers, deep discounts on softwares and services, and access to my personal Infinity Influencer Rolodex. This is literally our private list of Instagram influencers that is compiled over 1,365 contacts across 70 plus niches, and more are added regularly. If you already have a brand or a business and you implement just this, it is far exceeding $2,000 in value. But with your new brand or your business, you will be able to scale it to the moon out the gate. On top of that, guys, I want to give you access to our personal sourcing agent and our team overseas in China who will help get you the lowest price on the highest quality products and even help with your shipping. On top of that, guys, we want to give you access to the Instant Profits Mastermind. This is a Facebook group of exclusive entrepreneurs who are on the same path as you to financial and location independent freedom as well. Number 2, we want to give you guys access to the Instant Profits Mastermind. So in addition to the Facebook group, guys, you guys are getting access to the Telegram group. So we have chats in Facebook and Telegram going active 24/7, 365. So whenever you have a question outside of your live coaching, you can come in here. I'm in here. Our coaches are in here, and all of the successful students that you've seen here on the training are in there as well. So here you can see that the webinar exclusive 5 bonuses come to a total value of $10,488. Again, you're able to join with a one-time low investment of only $19.97 or a 3-pay of $8.97. Now, what I do say is if you cannot do the 1-pay and you try PayPal credit and you're denied for PayPal credit, and the only way you can join is via a 3-pay, join right now. And what I will say is if you can pay off the balance on the 2nd month before the 3rd rebill, we will credit you. We will not charge you more. We don't have a 3-pay because I want to make a ton of money. We only offer payment plans on this presentation. We don't offer them anywhere else because we want to help everyone who's in the training right now. So we don't want there to be any excuses or any reasons why you cannot join. If you have questions, we have a live chat on Join TAF. You can also text or call the number on your screen right now. Again, apply for PayPal credit. We're typically seeing a 3 to 5 point pull on your credit when you apply. So that's a no-brainer to be able to get other people's money, right? Now, it can be more, it can be less, but the beautiful thing is you have 6 months, 0% interest on this funding, and typically we're seeing people up and running within 3 to 6 months. So as soon as you get paid, you pay off PayPal, and then you can keep reusing them, and every time you reuse them, it restarts the clock on the 6 months. Now, guys, if all this program did is show you how to find one successful product or help you build a business that could replace your job or create additional monthly income, or give you the ability to spend more time with family doing the things that you love while enjoying life more, my question to you is, would it be worth it? Comment the words yes down below, because that's why you showed up here today. I'm giving you the vehicle, I'm giving you the catalyst, and I understand this won't be for everybody because only 1% can be successful. We have hundreds of people in here. Only 1% of you guys are going to be the successful in this presentation, are going to be the action takers, are going to be the ones that say, yes, I'm willing to go all in, are the ones that are really willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. And guys, I'm here to tell you, I'm a living testament that one successful product can change your life forever. It did for me, and it has for hundreds of my clients. So again, guys, we're going to get into Q&A right now. Any questions that you guys have about the program, any questions that you guys have about getting started right now, we want you guys to drop them down below right now. The only dumb question is a question that does not get asked, and I'm telling you right now, if you message our team tomorrow about this offer, they're going to tell you, yeah, it's $19.97, but you don't get bonus 1 through 5. So this is what we call the first mover's advantage. Success loves speed, and we want to ethically bribe you guys to take action because we know it's hard to make an investment this large. For some of you guys, this is going to wipe you guys out. For some of you guys, this is going to be the biggest investment you've ever made. But guess what? If you have bigger dreams than you've ever lived, they require bigger commitments than you've ever made.